This season is brought to you by the Working Garden Project. Did you know that 74% of employees struggle to disconnect from work? The significant percentage say that their job negatively impacts their mental and social well-being. And many employees are considering leaving jobs that don't support their overall health. They need solutions. And based on all the positive benefits that we know that can come from nature, nature can be one of them. The Working Garden Project is a nationwide effort to bring the benefits of nature and communal gardening to workplaces across the country. To learn more about how to bring the Working Garden Project to your company, head to workinggardenproject.com. Whether your company is big or small, the Working Garden Project has solutions to create more happiness, engagement, and productivity in the workplace. Again, that's workinggardenproject.com. Hello, I'm Jessica Bernan, host of this podcast, Inside and Outside, a nature and pop culture podcast. Why on earth would I bring those two topics together? Because I'm obsessed with both. I'm a horticultural therapy practitioner who loves helping people find the benefits and their connection to nature. And I'm also obsessed with pop culture. So we bring those two things together each week. This week, I brought back a fan favorite, Allie. She's a personal stylist, but she's better known as the inside and outside pop culture reporter. Not really, but this week, it's a good one. On the nature side, we're talking about scientists discovering 9 new species of butterflies. How are they doing this? Because it's really hard to determine just by the coloring of their wings. We also talk about the push to make plastic producers pay, because not only are they providing misinformation, but the damage that it's doing to our environment. Pop culture-wise, we talk heated rivalry. We talk Robinne Lee's new book, which I'm so excited about. Allie, sort of ish. Housewives acting just repulsively. And then Tell Me Lies, which, by the way, I did watch the series finale of Tell Me Lies. And it was interesting because I referenced Chance in this episode, who was the person that turned me on to the show. And we watch it together via text. He lives in Amsterdam. He happened to be visiting me during the series finale, so we were able to watch it together. It was a nice full circle moment and getting this dark ass show out of our life forever. But the finale was so incredible, and for such a dark show, it had some levity and some lightness and a little like comedy. I don't know. It was a really interesting finale, a good watch. You can find all of the things that we talk about, including the butterfly study, at baskergardens.com. And you can also find ways that we can work together, whether that's private, group, or workplace well-being. I love helping people find the benefits of nature because there's just so many. Again, that's baskergardens.com. And that's it. Here's the show. Holleb. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome back.
Thank you. Hi.
Welcome. As people know, when Allie is here, I bring the nature. She brings the pop culture. We're going to kick it off with some nature news on my end. I found this new research called Amistad, Amistad. And what it's doing is it's trying to discover new butterfly species. And do you know why butterflies are important, Allie?
They fly, so therefore I'm not interested.
Right. Okay. Well, butterflies are
but
important.
There is the thing about the monarch something. They spread stuff all over the place.
Okay. Well, first, they're great pollinators. And secondly, a lot of ecologists and environmentalists, and just, if you're in your own yard, they're indicators of how healthy our ecosystem is. So no butterflies means not great. So they're trying to discover new butterflies. And I think what's so interesting about it is that, they've always tried to identify new butterflies by wing color patterns. But that doesn't work well for all butterflies. I mean, I'm sure if you had two butterflies in front of you, you'd say, like, how do I even tell the difference? Because they look so similar. So
I would be taking a lot of deep breaths.
What did you say?
I would just be taking a lot of deep breaths.
Okay.
Rather than...
So male butterflies are bright blue and similar looking, and female butterflies are also often like shades of brown. And so to tell them apart, this new research, they've been turning to other parts of their anatomy, like the structure of their wings, their sex organs. The genitals of the butterfly are often unique. And I just think this is so fascinating that they're trying to find these new butterflies. They're looking at their sex organs, and they're also trying to identify these new species by DNA too.
You should see my face right now.
What's your reaction? What is your face? Because I can't see your face.
I'm just so sad for you that I'm the one you decided to talk to about this. All I want is for this part to be over. I'm so happy for the butterflies. I do have one question. Why are they, like, do they always look for new species of things? Like,
so you have a little interest. So butterflies are disappearing. Okay. When I went to the butterfly conservation website that's in the UK, that 4 butterflies became extinct during the last 150 years, and 3/4 of British butterflies are in decline. And again, I very clearly you don't care about butterflies, but they are really important to our ecosystem.
I care about the health of this planet. I just don't need to interact with them. Be abundant and fruitful. Go.
But have you ever seen a butterfly up close? It's like, it is literally a piece of art, that
I
wing.
understand. I just like... It's the things that fly. So I'm just like having anxiety even talking about it. I don't know if anxiety is the word, but my chest is feeling tight.
No, see, I feel like dragonfly, I get it. It's like real flappy. It's real loud. We've talked on this podcast before how one attached to my lip once, which is a traumatic event for me. But butterflies, they feel so gentle.
I respect how you feel. I respect how you feel, and I need you to respect mine. It's the unpredictability of where they may land. I just don't like it. I understand that they can be beautiful. When people put them in boxes, I have a hard time like engaging with them to look at them. I can sit in nature and appreciate them, and yes, they can be beautiful, and I get it is amazing that nature can create such a gorgeous thing.
Okay. I will say I brought this to you thinking you'd have a completely different response, and I didn't know that you grouped butterflies in with birds. Okay.
Like,
let's
I
move
just want
forward.
to say that those butterfly rooms at museums, like, might be the worst thing you could ever do to me.
Again, this is called 9 New Butterfly Species Discovered by Scientists, and the project is called Amistad. And I'll include a link of this in the show notes for anyone that's interested in butterflies, not Allie.
I'm so sorry. Go on.
All right. So this one, I don't even know if I want to bring this one to you.
No, do it. I'll be nice. I'll be better.
No, this is not about nice. You're going to, I think, become a certain type of way at this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So I found this great article. This is about the legal push to make plastic producers pay. I found it on Atmos, and I'll definitely include this in the show notes. But a lot of places are now suing companies. Last September, Philadelphia sued Bimbo Bakeries, which is the parent company of Sara Lee and Entenmann's, along with SC Johnson, the maker of Windex and other cleaning products, alleging that these companies have misinformed consumers by labeling their plastic products as recyclable, even though they're not. There's been no really accountability for these companies to have this false advertising. It puts on the symbol, it says it's recyclable, it's not actually. Mm-hmm. And so, Biden tried to put in some effort into this, obviously, since our new administration doesn't even believe in climate change. They're no longer supporting this. So you and I have had many conversations about recycling in the past, actually. What do you think about this?
I am a cynic and stopped recycling my plastic a while ago because I know that everyone puts different information in all their packaging. Everywhere you go is different. The lid of the product makes it unrecyclable. Everyone's throwing it in there anyway. No one's paying attention to those numbers. So I'm like not surprised. I'm disheartened. I'm all the things, and I'm glad someone's trying to talk about it. But it's just another thing that I wish never had happened in the first place.
What do you mean never had happened?
I mean, it always surprises me that like this to me seems like an opportunity for someone to make a lot of money if you can get everyone to like make like the recycling of it seems like it should be an opportunity, but the way our economy works is cheap is what rules, and so people want to make this the cheapest way possible. So they do.
So you stopped recycling your plastics because you're like, it doesn't matter.
This is not news to me, and it's like more widespread than just asking them to put proper labeling on. It's just everyone throws all their plastic in a bin, and not all of it's recyclable, which means none of it's recyclable.
Yeah.
So I still recycle my cans and my paper with diligence. Glass, definitely. Those are like aluminum and the glass for sure are super like proven. Like we know that those systems work, I guess is what I would say in terms of recycling. The plastic is just messy. And unless everyone is abiding by the exact same rules, it doesn't matter.
Well, and I mean, abiding by the rules in terms of
but
these
the rules
manufacturers.
Well, yeah, the consumer, the end user, and how they choose to recycle, but no one makes it easy because this is the world that we live in right now. So I'm glad to hear people are trying to address it. It feels like one of the 29 pieces of this conversation that would need to all happen at the same time to be impacted.
Yeah. Okay. Well, before we move on, which one do you hate the most? Plastic recycling or butterflies?
This is literally my selfish choice. I hate I want the butterflies to survive, and I want us all to live in a lovely, beautiful planet that we were like born onto or at one point existed. So the butterflies win.
I think just being able to be educated on what's happening, even if it's not perfect, is a way to kind of try to,
and like that's
help to try to get ahead of it.
Yeah, being a defeatist is not what everyone should do. It's just.
But I don't even know if you're being a defeatist. If I think I'm trying to think of what to. It's almost like taking a pill and not being able to sure if it works or not, like a placebo.
Something like that. And like for the record, I started my recycling group in my high school. Like I've been on this train for quite some time.
That's why
I know.
I wanted
everyone else to know that I'm not just like making these decisions rashly.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
I may be vapid in this next half, even though it's not.
But yeah, that's why I wanted to bring the recycling, the plastic conversation, because I know how passionate you are about it.
Thanks. But I behaved, right? I did okay.
Yeah, great. Okay, so now let's dive into some pop culture. You sent a giant list, which, thank you, unpaid labor. And gosh, there were so many things I want to talk about. But I think we have to start with Robinne Lee's new book.
Okay.
So I'm going to give some context and then you go for it. So Robinne Lee wrote The Idea of You, which when it first came out, I think it came out in 2017, didn't really do a whole lot. The cover was awful, I think. I've never understood why they did that cover for it. But then the pandemic happened and everyone was inside and this book exploded. And then it became a movie with Anne Hathaway. And I, for one, after The Idea of You, reading it, which you recommended to me, I was like, I don't even know what to read next because I love this book so much. You told me there was even Facebook groups dedicated to it. So she has a new book coming out finally. 1 to 10, how excited are you about this book?
5.
Whoa, what?
I'm nervous. I'm like thrilled for it, but I'm just worried it's going to be a disappointment. So I have to like manage my expectations.
Okay. I had Googled this before, but I'm like shocked right now. Like,
well,
okay. Yeah. Okay. Did you read what the book is about?
No.
Oh, That's
I
how
was
five
just
you
Googling
are
it.
about
I just came up with, I just was looking it up before we got on, and I saw that she had a title, but I didn't know there was a plot. Synopsis.
Okay, I think we should move on. I mean, I thought you were going to say
will
like
you tell me?
8 or 9.
No, of course I'm thrilled. I'm just traumatized from the past. It's like I've lived life. I'm not new here. And usually things like this, when there's so much hype around them, tend to not live up.
Okay, so
I'm just managing my expectations. All I want in life is her to give me a book every year, in theory.
right. To be like the new Ellen Hillenbrand. Hillenbrand?
Yeah, but I also need to understand that you're going to be able to like manage the quality to a level that I want it to be in order for me to like be at a 10 every time.
Okay, let me just give you a brief overview. The book is called Crash Into Me.
Yes, I saw that.
Okay. It's a riveting story, it says, and this time centering around a photographer, Cecilia Chin. She's married to a famed French director, and she's a recent transplant to Los Angeles. And while she's raising her children in a toxic playground of privilege and power, Cecilia gets into a car accident. The last person she expects to see on the other side in the vehicle is a model that she first met 20 years ago on a trip to Mexico. So stuff happens from there. I'm excited about it.
Okay, of course I'm excited.
You've got an ex-model. You've got a cover that actually looks like this type of book. The old cover was so bad.
Also, like toxic mom group, perfect timing.
Yes. So, okay, I'm excited about it. It's Crash Into Me.
I'm so excited.
Reading it when it comes out.
I just want to say, of course I will read it. I'll be like the first in line at the library. Again, managing expectations.
Okay.
What I want is to say I'm 10 out of 10 stoked. I just don't trust. That being said, your remembering of Idea View is interesting because I thought you introduced it to me.
No, you told me about it.
Because I was thinking this morning that I believe you, me, and another friend had played a really large role in this book's success because no one knew about it and we were obsessed.
No, you told me about it. And then
you must have told me, and then I told you, and then I think like word of mouth, and
that we're responsible for it. But no, you're the one that introduced it to me.
I just want to give us some credit.
Okay, well, you're a book influencer that hates butterflies and recycling. So, all right.
No, okay.
Next up, we're moving to the show Tell Me Lies. It takes place in a college. I think it might be like 15 years ago, maybe.
It's like 2008 to
2008. So they have like little flip phones. They've got first gen Blackberries. And it is about this group of college friends that are just dealing with the most toxic storylines I've ever seen. The show is incredibly dark in some ways. It's actually shot very dark.
It's dark to look at too. Yeah.
Yes. And then the storylines are often dark, but it centers around this couple, Lucy and Steven. Steven is like, I don't even, the word toxic doesn't even begin. I mean, it's actually probably abusive, the way that he treats people and the way that he treats women. And Lucy, I'm current, so I'm not going to give anything away, but why did you put this on the rundown? Because I know you weren't watching it.
Okay. I put it on because, I'm sorry to say this too soon, but Heated Rivalry, a lot of the memes were like, you watch Heated Rivalry, you think you can trust men again, and then you go watch Tell Me Lies, and Steven brings you right back down to reality. Which was actually perfect, because it is. So I've tried to watch this show over the years because people talk about it all the time. And then the third season was coming out and everyone's so excited about it. And so I sat down, I'd finished season 1 already. So I sat down with season 2 and I work with a lot of young 20 somethings and they all love it too. And 4 or 5 episodes in, I was like, I don't understand. I've Googled so many times, what is wrong with Lucy?
Yes.
I'm so upset. I'm I don't know who I'm rooting for. I don't like anyone. I'm reading all the recaps now because I still want to know what's going on.
And most of them, they're playing, I mean, this is like a thing that happens all the time, right? But I think with this show specifically, these people are playing college students and some of them look 40 years old.
Yeah, well, that too, but like, whatever. I can suspend disbelief.
Okay, so my entry into Tell Me Lies was really one of the darkest moments of the past 10 years for me. I had broken my ankle, and then 2 days later, Teabag won the presidency. So I'm literally on a couch, can't go anywhere, can't drive, can't garden, can't do anything. And I have to just sit with the filth that this man is our new president. And I felt like I was going to explode, because I feel like for me, the way that I manage stress and sadness and grief is to move my body. So my friend Chance said, you should try Tell Me Lies. There was 2 seasons up, I think, or one and a half.
That's a choice Chance made that day.
Right. But when sometimes I'm in my darkest places, I watch the darkest things. Like, yeah. I mean, in college, all I listened to was Elliott Smith because I was so depressed.
Yeah.
So
you call my music, you used to tell me that about my music.
Yeah. I can't listen or watch depressing things unless I'm depressed. And so, I caught feelings for the show in a very dark time in my life because they're all so dark. And now obviously it's still a dark world right now, but I don't feel that as dark. And so watching season 3 is really tough for me. And I have to actually fast forward some scenes because it's too dark.
Yeah.
So I don't even know that I'm recommending for people to watch it. I think if we've ever been manipulated
by
I've
been asking people, I've been trying to understand, like, why you like this. And everyone's like, because we all had a Steven. And I'm like, I didn't have a Steven in college, but I did have one later. Mm-hmm. And different, but like, whatever. And I don't know. It's like, it's not hitting for me.
No.
It's so dark. I want to love it so much.
No, and I get it. And again, I don't think if I would have, because I had everyone tell me to watch it.
It's in my ether.
But like, it was too dark for me to watch until I broke my ankle and Trump won. So, all right, let's move on.
There's hope for me yet.
No.
Stop it with the Lexapro and maybe you can appreciate the show.
Okay, 2 more topics. We already know that Bad Bunny was just perfection. The performance, what he said, like everything. Mm-hmm. But what we're going to talk about here, which is the most you thing, is the housewives, a handful of them, came out against Bad Bunny's performance, as did a bunch of disgusting people. Yeah. But one in particular named Jill Zarin, who was an original housewives on the New York Housewives, like the first original housewife. Oh, actually, OC was first, but then New York. And she finally got back on TV with a new housewife show that E was doing. After 15 years of trying to claw her way back into the Housewives franchise. And then gross Dum Dum goes on and talks about Bad Bunny in the same way that all the other idiots talk about Bad Bunny, about he's not speaking in English, and they cancel her show.
No, they didn't cancel her show. They did not cancel her show.
No, I'm sorry. They didn't cancel the show. I'm saying they canceled her from being on the show.
They fired her from the show.
They fired her from the show.
And it's all this woman has wanted for, I don't know, 20 years? How long have we known this woman? I mean.
Yeah, 20 years probably.
And then, I don't even know if you've seen what else has happened in the Jill Zarin space on this since.
No.
But so Zarin Fabrics, I think I sent this to you, so Jill Zarin was on the show, and she was married to Bobby, and we all loved Bobby, and Bobby owned Zarin Fabrics, which is a fabric store on the Lower East Side of New York that still exists. And everyone knows the name because Jill Zarin from the show. And so after this happened, they posted Zarin Fabrics' Instagram account, a picture of Jill with a big red X over it, and a whole explanation about how she has nothing to do with the business. The business is owned by Bobby's kids and grandkids. She makes no money off of any supporting that you do of their business. We've had problems with Jill ever since she invited cameras to Bobby's funeral. And now it's stemmed over to Reddit where his grandkids are going off about her.
It's just
crazy.
Okay.
And her devoted daughter posted about how much she loved the show. And then my funniest thing that happened, because another ex-housewife, Taylor Armstrong also posted. Yes. She posted a picture of herself, her face on Russell Crowe Gladiator's body. And I don't even know what she said. And then someone called into Andy Cohen's radio show and said, "What do you think?" And he was like, "I don't know, call E." Which really cracked me up.
Wow. Because the new Housewife show's on E.
Because the new show's on E. They're not his problem anymore.
It's just wild to me that I've always known, obviously, that there's lots of racists among us.
Mm-hmm. I know.
But to just be so flagrantly
I know.
Just feeling this permission to be so disgusting. And I think just even from a media training, why did you not know better? Obviously, I would rather know that she's a racist now than to watch someone on television that I don't know. But I just don't understand, through all of your years in television and you've had media training to not know that you shouldn't do this?
One of the women on Love Island even said, "It's free to keep your mouth shut." If she knows it, Jill, crack at it. What the H? And now you just lost this thing else. It's the only thing you've been wanting. And the internet is loving it. So she became one of the more hated people on the internet now.
It's just so bizarre.
Such a downfall. I used to think I loved her. Sorry, Joe. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Stay in Florida.
All right. I'm going to let you choose between these last two items. Love Story, Caroline Bessette and JFK Jr. Or Heated Rivalry, which I know you're going to choose. What are you going to choose?
We don't have to talk about Heated Rivalry, but it's all I want to talk about. But it's fine. I'm finding my people, my corner of the internet. But I understand.
There's still people talking about it.
It's like crazy town. And what I want you to know is, first of all, just now it's getting released in Europe. So it's starting over again week by week. So we're living it with them. Still huge. He just threw the hottest party at Fashion Week.
Who's
Shane Hollander. Shane Hollander.
Okay.
He's going to be in a play with Julianne Moore. Connor
The
Story.
way that you talk about these two men, I will say this. And if people have not seen Heated Rivalry, I feel like everyone has already seen it. But I guess if you have not seen it, it is a show, a Canadian show that was brought to HBO Max about two hockey players, which actually not just two. There are many involved in this world that have a secret romance relationship. And this takes place in the early 2000s. And then
it starts in 08, I think. It goes over, it's over a span of 10 years.
10 years. And they are secret about their relationship because obviously in sports, people historically are not able to come out.
They're the two best players in the league.
Right. And this was just a really beautiful, lots of sex show, the opposite of Tell Me Lies in terms of its brightness. Yes. But I have never seen you with a non-reality show be so obsessed with the show. Usually when I try to watch a show with you or get you to watch a movie, you're a 2-screen viewer. You're playing some game on your phone while you're watching. But I think you were fully what was it about this that hit you so hard?
I don't understand. I've listened and watched so much analysis as to why we love this show. I've rewatched this show. And by the way, I think the perfect number of rewatches to truly appreciate what the actors and the TV, what they've brought to this creation of is 3. And that is not my recommendation. That is someone else's. I've watched it more than 3. But
wait, what?
Yeah. Yes. They did such a good job in the retelling of this book that you don't even, you have to keep watching it to see all these little moments that happen throughout that you don't even understand, that help you understand why this show was so fucking good.
You've watched it.
And watching these actors in interviews, you're like, holy shit, you're such a good actor, because I never would have understood this to be the same person.
You've watched it more than 3 times?
I've watched it more than 3 times. I just watched a video. It is changing how TV executives are having conversations in Hollywood right now. Only in the last couple weeks, because it's they've over 10 million new viewers since the finale, I think. It's like this, it's becoming this ginormous thing that hopefully is going to encourage TV executives to look at unknown actors and unproven stories, because this story, they tried to make it in Hollywood. They gave him so many notes, including I don't want them to kiss till the 5th episode, that he was like, I can't make this here, and he had to go. And people are like,
they kiss within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. Because one of the things is relationships are about sex. And so we're watching them have this relationship, which is hidden, and there's all these dynamics surrounding it, but over the course of 10 years, and sex is how this relationship is playing out, and how they have sex changes, and it's just.
And what's so interesting is what you were saying about we don't want them to kiss until the 5th episode. I mean, people have stopped watching shows once that tension is over between the two main characters. We talked about moonlighting last episode, and people, one of the.
Because obviously, because
did you not listen to that episode? You were too busy watching Heated Rivalry.
I was rewatching Heated Rivalry. It's the only thing my brain can do. I'm short-circuiting.
We were talking about moonlighting and how when they finally hooked up, the show
yes, same with Cheers, same with so many things. But
but what's interesting is you're so right. It's they hooked up within the first scene of this thing, but you were still captivated.
Watching this one woman speak about it, and it's the romance is the story, and we yearn for that, but don't ever get it. Usually it's this interview, she was comparing it to Bridgerton, and the love story is the main story, but there's so many other things going around. You don't actually get a ton of the love story that they're focusing on every season, and this was the story. Okay. And we all want that.
Let me ask you this. So seeing that you've given Robinne Lee's new book excitement a 5.
I'm nervous.
How are you feeling about season 2?
Nervous. 5.
Because I would almost feel good about it not having a season 2 and just living in its glory.
Well, okay. The things I want everyone to understand is the books already exist. These books were written. It's based on a book. There's a second book that this next one's going to be based on. So we already know the story. He's not creating it out of thin air. He's not recreating characters. It's we're trusting this man to take what he did the first time and do it as beautifully the second time. Can he? I don't know. I'm still nervous. Of course, so much hype never bodes well. So I probably would say 5 here too, even though I will be sad. And if I need to, I'll continue to watch it for another 4 months. My brain is rewired since watching the show. It's, I don't know. It was the holidays. It was quiet. It was so good. I found my corner of the internet, and I know you're not on the TikTok, but the people on TikTok are incredible.
Did you accept the new terms of services?
I never was asked to, so I just kept going.
Interesting.
I've given up.
Would you accept the new terms?
I don't post on it. I just watch, but I haven't paid enough. I haven't dug in enough. Let's put it that way. Okay. I don't know what I've permitted everyone else to do that would be so different from what they're asking.
Okay.
So I just want to tell everyone this, and it does. You can see these on Instagram now too, whatever. But fans are making fan edits, and so they're literally creating these mini videos out of different cuts of scenes of the show, and just different songs, and they're extremely wonderful. They've put together these beautiful, essentially they're promo clips. It's a synopsis of the show, or certain angles or whatever. And one of the people who's done it just got hired by HBO to do it, because they're literally better than the people who are doing the jobs right now.
Dang.
So there's just a lot of good stuff coming out of this show. I don't know. I used to call my mom. I just specifically remember I saw the movie How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, and I cried at the end, and I happened to talk to my mom. And she was like, you have to stop watching these movies. And I think about to be a queer person and watch this show.
Yeah.
Like, you never got to see that in that, like, happy light where there's no violence, nothing bad happens. It's just to watch, like, this big moment and this, I don't know, it just really hits. And they just did it really beautifully. And speaking of, the first 3 episodes, they're in the dark. And in the second 2, they're in the light. So it's like, all just beautiful.
Okay. Well, listen, I love that you love it. It's just, to me, usually you don't, and when I say this, it's not in like a rude way. Usually you don't have the attention span for something this long. Like you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to go to the next thing.
I am behaving. I don't understand what this has done to me. I
mean, I like it. I mean, it's like
I'm here for it.
I found gardening. You found heated rivalry.
I'm rolling. Yes, we are rolling with this. We're not mad about it. I read all the books.
No, it's like, it's always, and it's like a positive thing. And I think if anyone is interested, I think a very fun Google is to Google the original covers of the books.
Yes.
And now the new covers of the books, now that the show is huge. Because the old covers, my God, it's wild how different
Fabio,
it is.
like, it's like Fabio style versus rom-com today style.
Yes.
I just saw a tweet that said, we always say don't judge a book by its cover, but that's all that I do when I'm looking for books.
Yes. And I don't think that if you would have seen the original cover, you would have bought it.
Yeah.
Now that you're finished with Heated Rivalry, similar to the idea of you, where do you go next with your television?
Well, the answer is you go back to Heated Rivalry. That's the line. That's not original to me.
Wow. Okay.
However, I started the JFK, the love story this morning. I watched like not quite the first episode. Never imagined her to be this way in real life. Didn't know her at all, Carolyn. She's kind of a bitch. I kind of like it. It's like she hasn't met him yet, but we're getting to know who she is. And just like interesting to think of them in their everyday as people.
Yeah.
The hair, which everyone is very mad at, they should be. Her hair color, terrible. Don't understand how that could have happened. That literally doesn't make sense.
I saw, I think Emily Kirkpatrick from I Love Mess, I think in her newsletter, she just said someone needs to stop Ryan Murphy from making any more television.
We're just like, we need to be done with him. But what I'm appreciating about this is it's not like gory, scary, like undertone. It's just like the story. Thank you.
Yeah, this story is way too depressing for me to watch. I went through a huge Kennedy biography period of my life.
Yeah.
And I can't do anymore.
Yeah. I just got a glimpse of Daryl Hannah, who I forgot he dated. Whoever's playing her really looks like Daryl Hannah.
Ooh.
And then this is like not a popular choice, but Love Island is on 6 nights a week. And so it's really helping me cure my Heated Rivalry fever in terms of like always giving me something to watch.
Okay.
And if you stick with it, it gets worth it, but you have to stick with it. It's hard.
Okay. Wait, can we end on this note? When you mentioned Daryl Hannah, I think one of my most formative, I'll never be truly like a hot, beautiful woman because of just like the given DNA genes that I have is in Splash.
Yeah.
When you first see her in that t-shirt, do you remember this scene?
I do, but like I'll tell you my take on it next.
Okay. And I just remember thinking that is the most beautiful creature person I've ever seen in my entire life. And like, that's them. And then there's me. And I remember that very clearly as being like a moment where I was like started down this path of like, okay, I get like I am me, not that.
Yeah. Good.
And I know we can all be beautiful in other ways, but you know what I mean? It's like some of us have genes and that make us certain ways and some of us don't. Yeah. What was your take on it?
I was just like thinking about how scaly and gross that all was. I was similar to the butterflies.
But do you know the part I'm talking about when she's
I know
in
what
the
you're
t-shirt?
talking about, but I couldn't get over, similar to birds, fish. And I'm like...
But she's not a mermaid the whole time.
Oh, when I think of Splash, all I think of is her gross, scaly fishness.
Wow.
I never watched it again.
I mean, I only saw it a couple of times. I just, it's burned into my memory, that scene of her.
No, that wasn't my takeaway. It was gross.
You weren't self-hating yet. Okay. Thank you so much for being here.
I was not self-hating. That's probably true.
No, and here, I want to say, we are both great-looking women. It's great. It's fine.
Yeah.
My therapist saw my family and I at the grocery store. And, they're not allowed to say hi to you. Because,
were you wigged out?
I was I what?
Were you wigged out? Were you...
No, I actually felt kind of proud. Because, so I've been seeing her for so long. Yeah. And she doesn't know my family. And so I went up to her. I was like, hi, Dr. Carter. And I was like, I wanted you to meet my family. And she was like, oh, hello. We had our next session. And she was like, it was very great meeting your family. And as they say, you have a very handsome family. And I was like, oh, so thank you. And she was like, the way that you've described your husband, he's a very good looking man. And I'm like, are you hot for my husband? You said it in two different ways. And
Did you just have to end a therapy relationship of 25 years because of this encounter? Oh my God.
No, I mean, I kind of liked it.
It's a dream. We talk about it a lot. Like, I wish I could have like a session with everyone's therapist and vice versa.
Ooh, that is fun.
Right?
So anyway, my therapist thinks my husband and family are good looking, and I felt included in that.
It's really good to have. It's good to like know other people think the same things that you do.
So
there you go.
All right, thank you so much, Allie. You'll be back, and you can find Allie. I'll put where you can find her in the show notes.
That's nice.
All right, bye.
Nice. Okay, bye.
That's today's show. If you like this episode or any of the Inside and Outside episodes, please leave a review. You might not think it helps, but it really does. It helps you get into that little algorithm better and also lets advertisers know that you enjoy this show. All right, on Apple, here's how you do it. Go to the homepage, scroll all the way down to the end of the episodes, and you'll see something that says rating and reviews. Hit that 5 stars, write something. Just say love it if you want to. On Spotify, go to the homepage of the show. You'll see a little tiny gear icon. It'll have a drop down that says rate this show, leave 5 stars. There you can't even write anything. And that's it. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for listening to the show, and I'll talk to you next week.